Hey, Magic fans, welcome back. This is your captain speaking on Capnclyde's MTG. We're here today to finally go over Core 2021. That's right, the last core set before the epic conclusion of Forgotten Realms, which was still a catastrophe and is a catastrophe as we speak. But anyway, so we talked about 19, we talked about 20. Now we're going to talk about 21. And why are we talking about 21 again? Because 21 is the only one with collector boosters. So let's see how that affects the actual market price of the cards. So, with that said, like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, comments down below will feed that YouTube algorithm for me. And I greatly appreciate it as we are on our way to 1,000 subscribers. So if you've done everything you can to get a subscription for me, you want to still feel like you want to lend a little helping hand, in the description is a link to the Patreon, the eBay store, and my email if you just want to reach out and touch me, because Lord knows I can do that enough myself. Somebody else needs to help out. But anyway, so moving right along, Core 2021. So first off, let's take a look at the booster box. And as I think about it, I probably should look at this second. But let's talk about one thing first. So this is a core set, and the first core set to have a collector's edition. Now there's not a set booster for this, which is probably a good thing. But it might have been a good thing if it did have a set booster, because take a look at this, guys. If you look here, you can see that this core set came out. It was around 90 bucks, like most core sets, right? Came out in 20. Um, because they all come out in the middle of 20 because they're 21. And they're going to fix that. But anyway, talked about it in the previous videos. Ain't going to go into it now. So we're around 90 to 89, and it bounced up and down. It had its high point here about 100 because it was a really good set, had some good cards in it. It went back down, and that's also from restocks and reprint waves and so forth and so on. And it really got down here to around looks like 87, 84, 88, and that's to be expected from a core set because core sets normally aren't that good, you know. But if you keep going and you compare this to the other sets, we get literally almost 1 month, 1 year in, and it goes to 107. What? Because remember, guys, over here, this is the replacement core set, and over here, it's going around 95, between 109, market value around 95. So it went up, it kind of went back down. But if you really look at it, um, it rotates out. It's at 97. That's normally a little higher on average than when the set rotates out, especially for a new, with this being a newer set. Now, with that being said, a year into that later, you can see as we keep going, all of a sudden it starts picking up steam. The market average goes up to around 100, 106, 105, starts hovering around that range, goes back down to 100 for a little bit. People put some more in the market. And at the end of a 2 year cycle, we're close to 110, 120 a box. This is the same price as 19 and as 20 with less time out of print. That is substantial, guys. I mean, we're talking this box is just as good as a 19, just as good as a 20 core set booster box. And the 20 box is a year older, the 19 box is 2 years older. And this is already reaching those high levels. And normally what we see is when they have collector boosters of a set like this, it causes the regular set to go down in price because people buy collector boosters, they pop them. The cool cards are really in the collector boosters, and it drives the market value down of the actual booster box itself. But not having set boxes also in the market makes it hard to get these booster boxes, which is probably what's going to help this booster box value go up. And I'm really thinking that by the end of this year, this box value will be looking at like 150. And I'll tell you about a little bit more about that in a little bit and why I think that. Now, with that said, let's take a look at the collector edition. Voila. Let's ignore this part because there's no way these are $20 a piece in this long stretch because I'd have bought everything that was on the market. But anyway, so they first came out. They came out strong at 227, 230 because of the first time being a core set collector box. Immediately dropped down to 200, started getting scarce, went up and down from wave release and what have you, down to 159. Really had a volatile market right here through the beginning of its first couple months. No idea what the hell this is. I'm going to assume that there wasn't any on the market. But anyway, so we're back up here now. Right before Time Spiral went out, 225 for the collector booster. And as we go through here, you can see this price is slowly going up. And here we get the actual market value, which often is not the same. It goes up and it goes up, and now we're up. We have an average of 280 with a market value of about 246, and the market value is now caught up to where I think it should be. It says here you can buy them for 243. As of the filming of this video, they had some for 241, but it was only one box or two. After that, it's going to go up to around 246, like you see here. And that's substantial because these came out, back, during the pandemic, back when everything was all awful and nobody was playing in person. So these boxes did take a nosedive to 260 to 160, 170, and I remember these pre-releasing for around 170, 179 because nobody was buying the product. And we're looking at after, like I said, after a year, these collector boxes have went up over $100 almost, it looks like. And that is insane for a core set, just by any stretch of the imagination, to be honest with you. And with this being the first core set to have a collector box, I see nothing but great things out of this collector box. Do I think you can buy some at 240 and still make some money? Yes, I seriously think you can. Um, and the reason for that, it's the very first collector box, for the core set, much like Throne of Eldraine was the first collector box, for the actual expansion sets, which made a big difference in its price. Not to mention the good cards. Um, but I think by the end of the year, this is probably going to be close to $280, $300 easy. Um, Maybe even higher depending on how the market goes, because I don't see a lot of these out there. I'm going to be honest with you for the collector box. And even the booster box, I think, is going to be a good investment. So all in all, to give you the lowdown, I think this is definitely something. If you've got money to park somewhere and you want to park money in something, and you don't like the new stuff, this is definitely something that you should probably jump on the bandwagon for. And let me show you why. So I think that because we'll go over here and we'll start looking at some card values. Obviously, I'm trying to get all the areas in over here for you, so it's going to be kind of hard to see this. But we got Terror of the Peaks. Was a good mythic when it first came out. It's $23 on average on the market, about 20, 28 for the foil. I mean, come on. We have good old Oogie. He's still hitting at 20 bucks, 20 for the foil. Fire Emancipation, that came out of nowhere. That's now a $20 card. I remember that thing was like $3. Foiling it up for 20 bucks as well. The Chromatic Orrery came out of nowhere. It's an $18 card, 25 in foil. Grim Tutor was printed in a set, 17 for the foil. Elder Gargaroth, it's a great card. Commander guys are loving it. It's around 13, 14, even for the foil. The Diplomat here, 13, 14 for the foil. Heroic Intervention reprint. This card was up in the $20, $30 range before this reprint, and this reprint's still 10 bucks. Um, the cat token from, I believe, one of the decks, but that's just kind of funny that this cat token is $10. $4 on the market, but Jesus. We have Azusa got reprinted in this set. Another $8 card. Teferi Master of Time was put in this set for 7. The Sublime Epiphany was in this set for $5. Fabled Passage got reprinted for $5. Massacre Worm was reprinted at $5. Dog token. Um, Veto Thorn of the Dusk Rose was printed. That's $4. And the price just is amazing. Also, too, shrines are real big right now, and this set had a whole set of shrines in it for every color. And you'll notice that these shrines are expensive foils, and they're all uncommon shrines, guys. Uh, Baneslayer Angel's in here as a reprint. Miscast, Basriket. Where's the other one? Oh, Simulacrum was in this. Um, Speaker of the Heaven, Conclave Mentor. Let's see. Here, Sanctum of Calm Waters. It's $1, right? But $5 for the foil. Sanctum of Fruitful Harvest. $8 foil. Sanctum of Tranquil Light. $3 foil. And these are all uncommons, guys. Like, these are some amazing card values in this set. Now, the drawback to this set is one thing that kind of the collector booster box did is they made so many foils. available that the foil prices are not much higher than the normal card prices. Benefit to that is you can get a foil for almost the same price you can a regular card. So if you want to foil your deck out, that's really good for you. The downside is if you pull a foil, it's just like pulling one that's non-foil. So, you gotta take the good with the bad, right? So, all in all, I think this is a great set. 2021 is really undervalued. These are lots of great cards, guys. And the collector box is just a home run. Because remember, these are all the base cards. The collector box had alternate art Ugins, which are worth way more than this. Alternate art Grim Tutor, I think, and other stuff that was alternate art. Um, like Simul Miraculum was an alternate art card, one of them. And those cards demand a really higher price than what you're looking here. So it's an even better reason to buy the collector booster box, and why that collector booster box is so much higher than normal, without actually pushing down the price of these cards. It's a really weird, perfect storm for this core set. And I think because of that, this is going to be one of the most epic and well known core sets due to all these reprints that we started having as this set ages. So definitely A plus set for me. I would say invest. So with that said, guys, thanks a lot for watching. Till next time, be kind. And as always, I hope to see you across from the game table.